Look how cute this little mic is. Hi, my name's McKenna, and I'm going to be using this cute little mic today to tell you about my adventure in Saint-Malo, France. My experience with Saint-Malo, France starts with meeting one of my best friends from France and seeing the behind the scenes of a bakery, then her continuing to show us around and give us an incredible amount of free pastries. So let's get into the story from the beginning because it was an amazing experience and I want to tell you all about it. So in France, there's this place called Bretagne, and it's a region of France. So there's Île-de-France, that's what the Paris region is. And then there's different regions across France. And for a while, I lived in Bretagne. Saint-Malo is in the top corner of Bretagne. And oh my goodness, Saint-Malo is a magical city, not just because it has beaches, just because it's pretty, but there's something different about that town. So while I was living in the region of Bretagne, I was actually living in a city called Rennes. Now, Rennes is kind of the capital of Bretagne and it's a really good center point for a lot of the things you want to see there. So I was talking to my friend and kind of coworker. We worked together on everything because I was a missionary for my church while I was there, and you can see another video for more information about that. We were looking for fun things to do, and one of my companions told me that we needed to go visit St. Malo at some point. And so then later, I was talking to another one of my colleagues in the future when I was still living in Bretagne, and she told me that I needed to go visit this woman. We'll call her Rachel for the sake of this video, but I'm not going to use her real name because I don't have her permission. So I was talking to her about Rachel, and she was saying, "Oh, yeah, you need to go visit her." But this colleague of mine was headed out soon. She was actually going home. So she told me that I needed to go visit Rachel for her. And so with my next colleague, when she got there, we planned a trip to go to Saint Malo and to meet Rachel. My current colleague's name was Sierra. So Sierra and I decided to text Rachel. We had her number in our phone, and so we texted her and asked if we could visit. And she seemed super excited. She was like, "Oh, I love the missionaries. Yes, come visit." We were like, "Awesome." We planned a trip for that Thursday to go up to Saint Malo and to meet Rachel for the first time. When we got there, she actually texted us and told us to meet her at the bakery that she worked at. We got to the bakery and we asked if there's Rachel there when we got to the front of the line. And she goes, "That's me!" And she was so excited. We asked her if she wanted to talk after she was done working, and she told us just to go sit in the corner and that she'll come over as soon as there's no customers. Then she has us go sit down. She brings us a few pastries and she said, "Oh, it's on the house. It's on the house. Don't worry." And then she continues to serve her customers. And then eventually she comes over and sits down by us. And we had awesome conversations. She is so, so cute and so sweet. And so it was a great experience. And we were so happy that she was so happy to see us. So we were talking to her, and then she asks us, "Do you want to see the back of the bakery?" And I didn't know if I actually understood or not because I was still learning French, but I thought I did. And I said, "You want us to come see the back of the bakery?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do want to see the bakery." So I tell my colleague that she invited us to go see the back of the bakery. And obviously, my colleague is also super down to go see it. So then she takes us on a tour of the behind the scenes of her bakery. Luckily, no customers had come in that time. So we're good. But she showed us the giant ovens, the giant fridges, the giant piles of flour and ingredients, and it was so cool. I I could not have asked for a cooler experience that day. So then we went out to the front again, and she asked us what pastries we wanted, and she said she'd give them to us for free. And she was so sweet and covered the cost of so many pastries so that we could have them. And she was just an absolute angel. I loved her so much. Went and visited her a few more times while we were in the area, and that's the story of Rachel. But now I want to talk more about the rest of Saint Malo because Saint Malo is pretty cool. Now, of course, one of the coolest things about Saint Malo is that there are beaches everywhere, but you find that in a lot of places. So, what's so special about the beaches of Saint Malo? Well, I'll tell you, it's the color and the rocks. At least for me, I absolutely love the color of the beaches in Saint Malo. There's also other areas of France that I got to visit the beaches in, and they're also very pretty, but nothing compared to the beaches of Saint Malo. It was just magic. It felt like you were in some mermaid movie. It's just gorgeous. And then the waves would crash up against the rocks. I have another video where I talk about the sculpted rocks or the sculptured rocks in Saint-Malo, and I am really proud of that video, so you should go check it out. But that place was super cool as well, and I'm not gonna go into tons of detail on this video because I talk about it in my other video, but it was an amazing experience as well to see that. And so we just went and explored a bunch of beaches, and when we saw the ocean for the first time that we had since we came to France, we were over the moon excited.
This is the sand. Look at that ocean. This is so cool. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
I come from a landlocked state in the United States, and so I don't get to see the ocean very often as it is. And I saw the ocean so many times while I was living in France, and it was a really, really cool experience to be able to see that. Something else that's really cool about Saint Malo is that it's jam-packed with history and stories of Saint Malo in the olden times. The city of Saint Malo is surrounded in a giant wall, and this wall has so much history behind it. You can even walk along the top of the wall. You can walk on this little path that they have that's on the top of the wall, and that is really cool. It gives you gorgeous views of the ocean. It gives you a really cool view inside the city as well, and that is definitely worth your time. It's free, and you just have to go up these stairs when you get there and just walk around the wall. You can walk around the entirety of the walled city of Saint Malo. And then on the outside, you can see so many oceans, and that's the most popular part of Saint Malo. If tourists come there, you'll usually find them there. You don't usually find them on the cool things that are about a 10-minute bus ride out, even though it's not that far. Usually you'll just see the tourists right in the center of the town because there's shopping and there's pastry places, and it's really fun to go explore. There's some really cute themed shops as well, like this pirate candy shop, but it's so worth it to go and look around at the other really cool adventures that Saint Malo has to offer. I love Saint Malo, and I shared a few of my stories with you today in this video of Saint Malo, but I actually have more stories. So if that's something you want to hear more about, leave it in the comments and I will definitely make more videos about it. I have my sculptured rock videos that I'll be releasing at the same time as this video, and then I can definitely make more about my other stories if you're interested. But if you are in that area of Bretagne, you need to check out Saint Malo while you're there. It is so worth your time and it will be one of the main highlights of your trip. I know it.